Welcome, everybody. This is Combat Painter broadcasting live from Seattle. These are the 69 Seattle Pilots, and we're replaying a game that Mel Stottlemyre pitches his ninth start of the season, 5/13/1969, using actual lineups. He passed away on the 13th of January, so we're doing this in memory of Mel Stottlemyre, a great baseball person. All right. Here's Horace Clark. He's a switch hitter, so he's going to be batting from the left side against Segui. Diego Segui for the Pilots, a new pitcher in right now in the top of the eighth. The score is 7-2. That's why we're joining the action here in the top of the eighth, because it's not a close score at all. So let's see. It's 6. It's going to be off Segui on the left side, a 2, and that's going to be a split die single. I really don't know why they have to do the little empty pyramid when there's a split. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I can see there's a split. You don't have to alert me to it. So that's kind of weird. It's just like an unnecessary little extra symbol that they have on their cards, which is really already bombarded with so many symbols between the horseshoe and the upside down pyramid, and then the diamond, and then the little stars for base advancement, and the little bullet for the pitcher when he's in his point of something or other. I just don't know how much farther they can go on this. Anyway, all right, let's see what happens here. It's going to be a 1-18 as a single, so it's probably a single, and it is. Line drive base hit for Horace Clark, so he starts off with a base hit. The score is 7-2. Stottlemyre still in the game pitching, trying to get to a complete game. We'll see if that is possible. And Kenny now. Kenny's going to bunt, and that's an 11. Ooh, I don't know that that's a successful bunt. Kenny is a B bunter, and we'll look at that together. An 11 is a pops up to the first baseman. So he fails to move Clark to second, one away. We saw that. I wrote that in there. Now you can see it. So it's going to be Bobby Mercer. Mercer is 0 for 4 on the day, but he did reach on an error by the second baseman. Okay, so here goes Bobby Mercer batting, Segui, and it's a 3-7. And that's going to be off Mercer's card against a righty. 3-7. That's a ground ball to first. And he goes to the shortstop. I think his name is Euler, and back to the first baseman, Mincher, and it's a 3-6-3 double play. And we are going to the bottom of the eighth, 7-2 Yankees. Oh, it's one hit here. I just wrote 0. It's one hit for the top of the eighth inning. And in the bottom of the eighth, it's going to be, let's see who's coming up against Stottlemyre. It's going to be Hegan, Davis, and Mincher. So here's the pitch to Hegan, a lefty. So 1-3 against a 1-3 is off of Hegan, and that's a ground ball to second base. Clark over to Pepitone, one away. So right now, Stottlemyre in his memorial replay is 2-4. If he wins this one, he will be 3-4. And 4-10. So that's going to be off Stottlemyre's card against a righty, Tommy Davis. Davis is 0 for 2 today. He flied out and hit. Oh, he actually walked. Then he flied out and hit into a double play. And it's 4-10, and that's going to be a ground ball to short, but that's going to be a potential error, an 18. That's going to be handled by the shortstop, Tresh. Guns it to first, and that's 2 away. And now Mincher. Mincher is 1 for 2 and a walk. And that's a 6-12. That's going to be off Stottlemyre on the left side because Mincher's a lefty batter. That's going to be a fly ball left field X. And let's do that. Let me double check something because Tresh was a 3, and I thought he was a 2. I don't think it matters now. It was in those high numbers, doesn't matter. Okay, so it's a 6-12. We're going to see the left fielder is Roy White. That's a 16, and I believe that's going to be an out all the way down, but we're going to double check that. 16, unless he's a 5, which he isn't, it's a fly ball left field. And we're going to double check that in a second, but pretty sure that's a third out. 3 up, 3 down here for Stottlemyre. So he's retired 9 in a row. Looking good. Stottlemyre looking good. Hopefully we get a complete game out of him. That hasn't happened in a while. And it's going to be, and we're going to double check that, Roy White now. He's here, and he's a 2, so he's a 2 plus 2, not a very good arm. End of the game, 2 plus 2, but I'll remember it by writing it down. Maybe for next time. I'm trying to memorize this team that I'm playing all the time. So let's get them there. Now you can see what's going on. I'm going to roll for White against Segui. It's a 4-7. It's going to be off Segui's card, and Roy White's a switch hitter, so he's batting from the left side. 4-7. That's a strikeout. So White down on strikes. Out number 1. Now, Roy White hangs on all the way into those championship seasons with the Yankees, 76, 77, 78. And that's a 1-9 off Pepitone against a righty. A 1-9 is a ground ball. Hit hard, but right at second baseman Harper. He throws it over to Mincher. 4-3 for out number 2. I'm going to color in Segui. And now it's going to be Hall, who is 0 for 3 on the day. Jimmy Hall, a left-handed batter. Against Segui, that's a 6 off Segui's card, a 6-8. And that's a 1-8 split die single. You see right here, it doesn't have the triangle. I don't understand that. Don't understand what that means. That must have a secondary meaning that I'm unaware of. The triangle. Because here it's a split, and here it's a split. Here it tells me, hey, there's a split here with the triangle or something. It means something. This one has a center field in parentheses. I don't know. Don't know what that means, but it's a 1, so it's a base hit. So Hall singles. He's on at first. And now it's Tresh. And that's a 6-8 against off Segui, and he's batting from the left side. A 6-8, and that's the same thing. And we just rolled a 9, so that's going to be an out right outside the 1-8 range. It's a line drive caught by the second baseman, Harper. So 1 hit, no runs, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Mel Stottlemyre. Rest in peace. Great Yankee coach, Yankee player, Met coach. So he's embedded in a lot of my baseball memories. And here goes. It's going to be Comer. Here's the pitch, and it's a 5, a 5-8, 5-8. It's going to be a ground ball, second base. Second baseman is Clark, and that's an 11. I can't remember what Clark is, so we're going to double check that. Clark is a 216, and that's an 11, a 216. Oh no, 211. So that's going to be, and then we're going to go to a 16, and we're going to roll these two, see what happens. That's a 10 on 16. A 10 is going to be a ground ball that he gets to over to first, 1 away. So nice defense by Clark. And it's Rich Rollins. Rich Rollins is 0 for 3. And that's going to be a 2-5. A 2-5 is a strikeout. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The score is 7-2 Yanks. And that is that may be his first strikeout of the game. Not a big strikeout guy. And it is his first strikeout of the game, out number 2. And next is Jerry McNertney. He's the catcher for the Pilots. Here's the pitch, and that's a 4-6. He's a righty. A 4-6 is a ground ball hit hard, but right at third baseman Kenny. And Kenny across the diamond for the final out. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. So Stottlemyre goes 9. Hooray! He gets the W. Let's see how many hits he gave up. We'll count that up here. 5 hits, and 4 of which came in the first 2 innings. So after that, he really settled down. He retired 12 in a row after the walk. Now he gave up 2 runs in that first inning. 1 walk, 2 walks, 3 walks, 4. So he had 4 walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs against him. And he improves his record now to, let me get that where you can see it. There it is. He improves his record now to 3-4, and we got to write that into the stats that we're keeping stats on him. Now we're going to take a little break from playing the Memorial. We'll come back to it, but I'm going to go into doing a funny story. Ed Whitson, 1985 Ed Whitson on the Yankees. In reality, he had about a 5 ERA, low 5. He's got a 9 ERA after about 30 games, about 5 or 6 starts. So I'm going to basically broadcast each one of his games, trying to get him down to a 5 ERA, because it bothers the heck out of me that his ERA is so high and he's so out of control. So this is going to be a W, and he improves his record to 3-4. In this game, he went 9. He gave up only 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. So here were his stats in May, right? We'll add them up to 12, 18. Not a good math guy, so I may make a mistake. 10, 12, 13, 15. Here are the runs. He gave up 18 runs. Here are the unearned runs. 7, 12, 18, 22. The hits, 15, 17, 23, 32, 41. And then the innings pitched was 16, 25, 32, 37, 44.2. So 44.2. There you go. His ERA is close to 4 in reality, and he ended up being 2-2 in the month of April. 1 loss. Now in reality, he was about 5-1, I believe, and his ERA was, I think, in reality, his ERA was, this is about a 4 ERA, a 4.5 ERA. In reality, his ERA was, I think, 2.80 or something like that. So he's off. He didn't have a good April. So far, he had a tough second start in May, but he had a good first start, which he lost, and then a good third start, which he won. So let's see if we can balance him out a little bit, see what happens. We'll keep track of this, and I like doing that just to kind of figure it out. But he has big issue allowing walks, huge issue, and that's it. The Yanks have to start running against catchers who aren't that good. They have a couple of good base stealers. They have Horace Clark, and this kid called Kenny. He's another one who, let me see where he is. I don't know these guys very well, so you gotta forgive me. I'm learning them as we go, pretty much. This guy Kenny's pretty fast, third baseman, center fielder type, and he's an A base stealer. His name is Jerry Kenny, and this year he had, let's see what he did that year. He had 25 stolen bases, 14 caught stealing. All right. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm going to take a break from the Memorial for a little bit. I don't know, a few days, I guess. I'm going to start playing some Status Pro. Very, very, very cool game. A lot of fun. Easy to learn, easy to pick up. I learned it watching these videos on YouTube. I don't... anyway, I learned it watching these videos, and... And that's how I did it. So anyway, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go check out dinner and say hello to my family who's arrived. And that's about it. That's about it for today. I'm going to put the pilots away in this really cool envelope that I bought these envelopes online. I'm getting another for my 85 set. I have a really nice 84 set coming in the mail. I got a really good deal on it. But I need the extra players. Hey man, Jerry. All right. Yeah, we picked up this game. It was a 7-2 final, man. 7-2. Yankees win it. It wasn't much of a game, so I picked it up in the 8th inning. I usually pick them up in the bottom of the 7th, but this one I think I picked up I started it in the top of the 8th, I believe, or bottom of the 8th. I'm not sure where I started, but it was a little bit later. No, man, no problem. I got started right away. I like to start the action, and you can always go back if you're interested, and you can check it out. But I'm showing these envelopes that I picked up, real cool. They're about $16, $17, $18 on eBay. And it's for my 69 set. No rubber bands. I'm the self-appointed president. I'm the self-appointed president of the Strat Preservation Society. So they're definitely contested elections, but I don't care. And yeah. So I'm putting the pilots away in this cool envelope. No rubber bands here. As you can see, this is proof that I'm reformed, okay? I'm responsible, all right? And I'm sharing this with the. I'm acting as a role model for the Strat community, okay? So this is how I do it when I'm on broadcasting, and this is when I'm doing it when I'm just a regular average Joe and not your internet YouTube celebrity tabletop gamer. Okay, so even as an average Joe, even if the paparazzi caught me, Sunday morning with my coffee, and I would be putting Strat in an envelope and not in rubber bands. All right, these are the devil right here. I'll show you. This is the devil. All right, there you go. Be very cautious with these. Okay, they'll burn right through your hand. I feel the burning already. I basically dip them in holy water. Okay, and put them in a jar of garlic, and I keep them over a crucifix on my wall just to make sure that they're harmless. All right, so proceed with caution with those rubber bands, and that's about it, man. It's good to see you, Jerry. And is there anything I want to share before I go? Not really. So final score of this game was 7-2, and Stottlemyre wins it, and he gives up only 5 hits. He goes the distance, and message retracted. And he's 3-4 now, and I'm showing you the stats. He was, in actuality, he was 5 for the month of April. He was 5-1 with us. He was only 2-2, so he did not have the performance that we expected. And then his ERA in our replay was 4.5. In reality, in actual, he was 2.8. All right, man. I say I bid you farewell. You are the man. All right, Jerry. Always good to hear from you, brother. And I'll probably catch you on somewhere else later. I may come back to do a status pro game later on, starting in the 7th or 8th inning, depending on if it's a good game or not. All right? All right, take care.